Bali is a gem among the 17,000 Indonesian islands, which has become one of the most beloved destinations for tourists looking for exotic places. The picturesque beaches of the island are favorable for surfers and sunbathers, while the groups of churches offer ample experiences in religion, culture, art history. When the Dutch occupied the island in 1906, the three rulers of the city Denpasar destroyed their own palaces and committed ritual suicide. It's almost the same as the Japanese seppuku from the point of its moral basis and the method itself, but here it's called paputa. A group of statues commemorates the three dukes in Denpasar, which became the capital city in 1958. Pura Jagannatha Church, built in 1953, may be the most visited holy place on the island. In Bali, in fact in all of Indonesia, religion plays a more important role than anywhere else in Asia. All activities of everyday life are intertwined with the communication with gods, and as far as sanctuaries go, there are more here than anywhere else in the world. Pura Jagannatha was built for the god Shanghuang Vidi. Every new moon and full moon, a glorious festival which tourists are allowed to watch, is held here. The shrines in Denpasar and the relics of the palace are displayed in the Museum of Nagari, the neighboring town. Denpasar means the city next to the market. The settlement has always been an important commercial center. Its biggest traditional market is Pasar Badung, which is on the east bank of the river with the same name. Everything that is typical of Asian markets is available here. There are animals, especially birds in small bamboo cages, sweet-scented flowers, fresh colorful vegetables, and tempting fruit. While poultry is bought to be eaten, small monkeys are to become pets. Some songbirds are bought to let them free, and in this way the locals do their good turn of the day, as demanded by Buddhism. Denpasar is known for its night markets, which are open from sunset to late at night. The emphasis is on clothes and craftwork here, but we can find a wide range of souvenirs, carvings, ceramics, and homespun. All Balinese sanctuaries are built according to the same plan. Nevertheless, there are never two alike. The buildings stand on 2 to 3 fenced courtyards. The main entrance is called a gate split in two, and it consists of 2 pyramid-shaped columns cut in half. At one of the corners, the belfry was built. People were summoned by the bell to village assemblies, weddings, or festivals, but it could signal danger as well, for example, fire. The front yard is the scene of social life. Celebrations and dance performances take place here. The kitchen is here, and pilgrims are put up here in separate barracks. The inner church courtyard is called dalam. It's always separated from the front yard by a high, lavishly ornamented wall. It has 2 gates, one of which is for the priests, and the other one is for the commons. The pagoda-like towers are called Meru, named after the holy mountain of the Hindus. The construction of its roof always consists of an odd number of levels. The number of levels is in direct correlation to the importance of the church. The most important ceremonies are always held near the back wall, and the reliquaries are also placed here. A separate room is built for sacrificial gifts. In the sanctuaries, carved statues, reliefs, ornaments, and almost everything are of religious importance. Everything is in harmony and according to the beliefs of people here. Devilish demons try to destroy this harmony. Therefore, they constantly have to fight against them. This is done by prayers, sacrifices, and gifts. The Balinese body of beliefs is quite complicated, and an outsider doesn't have the necessary overview. Foreigners are usually only allowed in the exterior yard of the churches. It's only possible to progress further inwards on the occasion of festivals. The finesse of the Balinese is shown by their arts and crafts products. They use everything that nature provides them, such as bamboo, sisal, reeds, seagrass, and countless types of tropical trees. They're masters of spinning, weaving, and making textiles. They decorate their clothes with batik work, dyeing and beads, and they chisel their jewels, taking ancestral samples as models. Their everyday dress is simple, but their festive costume is very ornate, not to mention the dancers' clothes. They decorate not only their churches, but they also take great pains in making their homes beautiful. They choose their furniture and decorations with great care. They often combine their masterfully carved furniture with wicker materials, but also with glass and mirrors. Great attention is paid to the choice of their reliquaries, which can be found in every home. These don't contain the ashes of departed relatives, as many European people may think, as the local customs of death specify cremating the dead and strewing their ashes into the sea. In poor families, it sometimes happens that they bury their dead temporarily while they raise the money needed for cremation. Better late than never, though, and often at the cost of great hardships, they do pay the charges of cremation somehow. The ceremony, held with luxurious formalities in marine sanctuaries, is a very important festival. They don't mourn at that time, but celebrate the eternal circle of life, a segment of which has just closed. Seated in lotus position, the soul of the dead goes on its way towards eternal existence. Bali, lying south of the equator, is also called the Island of the Gods, not only referring to the large number of sanctuaries. This tropical paradise, rich in natural beauties, could really be the residence of gods. Climbing any higher mountain, the view of improbably green terraced paddies opens in front of us, the monotony of which is broken by groves of palm trees and a thick tropical jungle. Bali measures 140 by 80 kilometers and can be found in the Indian Ocean between the big island of Java and the small island of Lombok. The three islands used to be one piece of land before the last ice age, just like the other islands of Indonesia, which were broken apart by various cataclysms. In Bali, there are several volcanoes even today, some of which are not longer active, while the others are sleeping. In several craters of volcanoes, picturesque lakes have been formed, and these are definitely worth seeing. Among the still active volcanoes, the most interesting ones are the 1,717-meter-high Gunung Batur, the 2,276-meter-high Gunung Batukau, and the highest mountain of the island, the 3,142-meter Gunung Agung. The latter erupted in 1963, causing serious damage. To the south of Agung, the most beautiful terraced paddies of the island can be found. To the north, we can find almost intact areas covered by jungles, while the southern coasts are flanked by high, characteristic rocks. The water coming from the mountains flows into the four rivers of Bali, and the same water flows through systems of canals to the paddies. On the island, almost every kind of tropical fruit grows, such as pineapples, mangoes, kiwis, lychees, rambutans, satsumas, and of course, coconuts. Other peculiarities include the pomelo, which is similar to grapefruit, and durian, which grows to be enormous, but due to its obtrusive scent, hotels and airports are reluctant to allow them on the premises. Besides the flora, birds of the island are also an exotic treat.